Hello, and welcome to a day in the life of a Loveland instructor in the Children's Ski School. This video is part of our training series and attempts to answer many of the questions we have heard from new instructors through the years. We feel it important that you understand any instructor at Loveland may be asked to take a children's class, and in fact, many of us got our starts working in the Children's Ski School. Classes shown were filmed during the 2005-2006 ski season and were not staged. Though this is not specifically a training video, we do attempt to show developmental differences in children at ages 4, 5, 6, and beyond. We also show some safety concerns that we as instructors are always aware of. As a ski school employee at Loveland ski areas, we encourage you to improve your skiing and teaching skills by participating in the clinics offered throughout the ski season. After watching this video, feel free to ask any of the available staff your questions. We, the training staff, welcome you into our training program and encourage your active participation. Sit back, enjoy the video, and we'll see you on the snow.
'58 Rambler, 3 on the tree, Flathead 6, my daddy and me, rolling over Loveland Pass just like we always do, slow and steady, low on fuel, driving down to Dillon, there's not a cloud in the summer sky. Daddy's getting hungry for Cook's Diner's apple pie. Just an old town in the valley, it's so full of history, like the stories that my daddy's telling me. And the calendar on the diner wall says 1962. Winds of change are blowing in the air. I was only 12 years old, but it feels like yesterday when they built the dam and old Dillon went away. He said, son, the settlers built this town more than 100 years before. The wheels of progress started turning here today. They're gonna flood our favorite valley now and build a reservoir. This old town is simply gonna fade away. He said some folks will move their cabins, churches, restaurants, and their stores to higher ground above the water line. He was right, 'cause some of them are standing still along that ragged shore, like ghosts of the frontier, frozen time. And the calendar on the diner wall said 1962. Winds of change are blowing in the air. I was only 12 years old, but it feels like yesterday when they built that dam and old Dillon went away. The snake that blew 10-mile tube, flowing swollen from the heavy winter snow. And the Water started rising where it had never been before, till the ancient forest formed a new lake shore. The water runs so deep up here at 9,000 feet. Alpine winds fill the boater's sails. I see that lake most every day, and my memories are sweet of that old town and my father and his tales, of old Dylan and my daddy and his tales.
Everybody loves the way we move. Everybody says we really groove. Come and join along with me. Clap your hands now, 1, 2, 3. Like a rocket tot. Dance around a lot like a rocket tot. Clap your hands and rock like a rocket tot. Give it all you got like a rocket tot. Rocket tot. Jump up and down and twirl around. Pretend you're on a merry-go-round. We're here to have a lot of fun. This is a game for everyone. Be a rocket tot. Dance around a lot like a rocket tot. Clap your hands and rock like a rocket tot. Give it all you got like a rocket tot. Rocket tot. Rocket tot. Dance around a lot like a rocket tot. Clap your hands and rock like a rocket tot. Give it all you got like a rocket tot. Rocket tot. Let's all form a circle now. Let's hold hands and take a bow. We can do so many things. Join along and help us sing like a rocket tot. Give it your best shot like a rocket tot. Dance around a lot like a rocket tot. Give it all you got like a rocket tot. Clap your hands a lot like a rocket tot. Dance and sing and rock like a rocket tot. Give it your best shot like a rocket tot. Clap your hands a lot like a rocket tot. Dance and sing and rock like a rocket tot. Rocket tot. Woo! Everybody, can you join along with me? Head and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head and shoulders, knees and toes, eyes, ears, mouth and nose.
Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, eyes, ears, mouth and nose.
Hey, can you do it a little bit faster now? Head and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head and shoulders, knees and toes, eyes, ears, mouth and nose.
Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, eyes, ears, mouth and nose.
Faster now. Head and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head and shoulders, knees and toes, eyes, ears, mouth and nose.
Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, eyes, ears, mouth and nose.
Head and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head and shoulders, knees and toes, eyes, ears, mouth and nose.
Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, eyes, ears, mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, eyes, ears, mouth and nose.
Well, if you want to be a skier, let me tell you what to do. You gotta have time, like a month or two, and plenty of money, just a little bit more. And I don't mean hundreds, I mean figures of 4 and a savings account. Rob the piggy bank. Take one of those fly now, cry later plans. And you need a mountain, preferably high, with a lodge and a pool that's right nearby. Trails and runs and a good long tow. And something else? Oh yeah, snow. Plenty of it, brother. About 6 foot of base. Little fresh powder every day. That's what they advertise. So when you got the time and the place and the loot, and the pants and the parking, a good pair of boots, flannel longies and goggles and mitts, and skis and poles and waxing kits, and a few ace bandages, and a gallon jug of liniment, and a good big pillow, you're all set. So you get on the train and you head out west, where any fool knows that the skiing is best, except those in the north, or north by east, where it's not the most, but it's not the least. You practice knee bends, run down the aisle, worry about the Allberger reverse shoulder style. Let's see, what method does that Stein Erickson fella teach now? So far, so good. You're getting right along. You're at the resort in that happy throng. You go to the ski school, and what do you see? A million other people who are learning to ski, and that paragon. Oh, that demigod. The handsome ski instructor. Well, you jump on your skis and get them on tight. You think you're looking like a wonderful sight. You climb up the hill with a side step or two. You notice everybody's looking right at you. You're first in line, brother. You're at the head of the class. Suddenly you feel accident prone. Acrophobia. So you've skied on down that first little hill. You did it real well and you didn't take a spill. You bend your knees, you've got it now. Your instructor announces, we'll try the snow plow. And brother, you hate him. And you were doing so well. You were skiing parallel on your first lesson and the whole thing. So you learned the snow plow and got it down pat. All that evening around the bar you sat and you talked like a skier about all you could do. Felt real good as you hoisted a few and you listened to the others talking. And talking. And talking. Couple of fools singing folk songs. Well, the day has come as you knew it would. You gotta find out if you're really any good. Whole darn class is going to the top. Chairlift feels like it's never gonna stop. It's getting higher, and you're getting short of breath. You got trembling knees and a mad desire to jump. So there you are where you wanted to be. On top of the world, speaking figuratively. You're poised to move, you're headed down. Skis together, you're going to town. The air is rushing past your face. You wish you were some other place. You keep hearing voices. They're yelling at you, keep your knees together. But you found a new thrill every time you went out. Don't try to explain what that thrill is all about. You can't explain it. Might as well give up trying. Let your friends float alone and find out for themselves. Sure, your friends will think that you're out of your head. They'll all be saying you'll wind up dead. But they don't know because they can't see the thrills and excitement when you learn to ski. Sure, it's chancy. You could break a leg. But can any of your friends that play golf say
bedroll
truthfully
sprang and he
that
called
they
for his
could break
boots
a
and
leg?
skis. Skied quite well and he skied like hell, but he didn't have a bend in his knees. He didn't have a bend in his knees. He didn't have a bend in his knees. Skied quite well and he skied like hell, but he didn't have a bend in his knees. Now Johnson thought when his skis he bought he would ski with a maximum of ease. But the thing he was taught that he soon forgot was to get a little bend in his knees. Was to get a little bend in his knees. Was to get a little bend in his knees. But the thing he was taught that he soon forgot was to get a little bend in his knees. Now John in a race was a terrible disgrace. He soon ended up in the trees. And the reason he fell was, you know damn well, that he didn't have a bend in his knees. He didn't have a bend in his knees. Didn't have a bend in his knees. And the reason he fell was, you know damn well, that he didn't have a bend in his knees. He let out a howl for the ski patrol, saying, get the toboggan, please. As they carried him down to the dock in the town, they said you should have had a bend in your knees. They said you should have had a bend in your knees. They said you should have had a bend in your knees. As they carried him down to the dock in the town, they said you should have had a bend in your knees. Long after the spill in the doctor's bill, and he'd sold his boots and skis. Now he can't make haste with a cast to his waist. And he doesn't have a bend in his knees. No, he doesn't have a bend in his knees. He doesn't have a bend in his knees. He can't make haste with a cast to his waist, and he doesn't have a bend in his knees.
traveled 9,106 feet up from the ocean just to see this. They crossed the vast prairie, weathered the cold. They were thirsty for silver, man, they were hungry for gold. All they wanted was a better life, but they paid the price to build the land of the free. Then the natives got restless, their future looked grim. Those miners were changing their ancient homelands on a whim. They tortured the timber, stripped all the trees, so they brought the tribal family right down to its knees. And all they wanted was to keep their life, but they paid the price to build the land of the free. The miners were digging for a dream. They dug themselves into the grave. Didn't see this place as paradise. They didn't see it as the home of the brave. Now we build rivers and highways, we build runways and planes, just to bring their descendants here to see it again. This time we've got to open our eyes to the fragile beauty of this place. What we do here in our own backyard affects the whole human race. So if you wanna build a better life, you've got to pay the price and build the land of the free for you and me. The land of the free for you and me. They traveled 9,106 up from the ocean just to see this.
The eensy weensy spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain, and the eensy weensy spider climbed up the spout again. The eensy weensy spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain, and the eensy weensy spider climbed up the spout again. The eensy weensy spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain, and the eensy weensy spider climbed up the spout again.
smoke truck stop. He was looking for cigarettes and beer. He'd been drinking, and so he started thinking he could rob this joint and disappear. So he walked in with his .22 revolver. He lowered his eyes and raised the gun. Told the clerk, quickly hand it over. Just as quickly, his life of crime's begun. Broken-hearted by a lovely senorita who left him for an older man of means. He'd been drinking for 3 days without sleeping, and he only had $2 in his jeans. So he robbed a joint or two to make his living. He stole a car or two to make his getaway. He lost his love, but he gained a reputation. He just can't outrun the memory of her name. Senorita Mercita, can you see what you've done? The price of your love put a good man on the run. Once when you loved him, everything was fine. Since the day you left him, he leads a life of crime. She went down to the post office just to get her mail. She saw his picture posted for life without bail. For the first time, she knew what her love had done. His life was over, and hers had just begun.
folks and qualified to smirk. I've skied more hills than any man from Frisco to New York. But talking about the skiing I've done is my one and only quirk, especially when I'm standing in the bar room. I'll ski any hill that stands, my friends, regardless of the pitch. On any kind of skis at all, I really don't care which. I could ski the cliffs of Dover with nary a bloody hitch, and haven't I often proved it in the bar room? I ski straight down the hill, you know, I never need traverse. I ski every style of skiing from the Arlberg to reverse. I'm one of the finest skiers in the whole darn universe, especially when I'm standing in the bar room. I've looked for powder skiing all around the world, you know, and when the powder's really deep, I'm first one on the toe. With just my head above the top, that's how I like my snow, and I love to tell about it in the bar room. The search for higher mountains has become my lifelong quest, but I found a hill in Asia that I really think is best. So if anyone wants to find me, I'll be shussing Everest as soon as I've had a couple in the bar room. Now when it comes to racing, I'm the finest of the crop. I can memorize a slalom course from bottom to the top. I come roaring through the finish gate and I barely make a stop, just in time to have a couple in the bar room. And now my song is ended. With snow in the air and the wind in our faces, ready to answer the call from the north. In the heart of each skier's the end to be freer. When winter calls, all of the skiers come forth. It's high in the heavens, the sun it is shining, sending down beams on the glistening white snow. It's hark, hear the yodel, the voice from the mountain, and the echo that comes from the valley below. High on the summit now, see how they gather, push off with their poles, and a shout on delay. A leap and a spring on their sleek wooden wings, like eagles the skiers take flight and away. A crouch and a spring, don't you see how they're leaping, skimming off moguls like birds of the air. When faint hearts are failing, the skier is sailing, the thrills can't be numbered for skiers who dare. It's hail to the winter, you men who have dared it, Skoal to the friends and the skiers we know. It's hail to the frost and the whistling north winds, Skoal to the call of the mountains and snow. Skoal to the friends and the skiers we know.
Though we acknowledge skiing stances have evolved through the years, a park and pipe stance such as this is best utilized within the park and pipe.
skis all waxed, I'm ready to go. All I've been doing is praying for snow. My old ski boots all bent out of shape, gonna grease them for the skiing in the morning. My old ski clothes that are laid away, gotta get them ready for that skiing day. Get out my goggles and my mittens too, gonna need them for the skiing in the morning. When I am up on a mountain high, on a snow-covered peak way up in the sky, shush them a little and a veil for a while, I run them down the mountain in the morning. There'll be skiers there from everywhere, sun will be shining and the day will be fair. Get on the tow, we'll ride up there, we'll run them down the mountain in the morning. Got my skis all waxed and I'm ready to go. All I've been doing is a-praying for snow. The old ski boots all bent out of shape, gonna grease them for the skiing in the morning. My old ski clothes that are laid away, gotta get them ready for that skiing day. Get out my goggles and my mittens too, gonna need them for the skiing in the morning. Need them for the skiing in the morning. Need them for the skiing in the morning. I'm gonna need them for the skiing in the morning. That he'd never spill. When they finally took him down, they had to use 3 toboggans to carry all the pieces down the hill. He was going down that slope, going 90 miles an hour, when he caught an edge of his ski. Well, his clothes, they were fast, but the slopes, they were faster. That's the last of super skier we shall see. He hollered, "What the hell," as he put 'em parallel. He figured there was nothing else to learn. As he started on his way, he was shouting, "On delay," assuming that he'd never have to turn.
Well, he was slipping down that slope going 90 miles an hour when a mogul flipped him in the air. His jumping form was fine till he ran into a pine, and two one-legged skiers left from there. Well, he was going down that slope going 90 miles an hour when he caught an edge of his ski. Well, his clothes, they were fast, but the slopes, they were faster. That's the last of super skier we shall see. When he left the tree at last, he was skiing twice as fast. Both halves were skimming moguls like a feather. He said, if I must be a split personality, how can I ever keep my knees together? One ski was headed east and the other headed west, 'cause both of them, you see, were running freer. The folks on Little Nell, they looked up as scared as hell, said, it's a bird, no, it's a plane, it's super skier. Well, he was going down that slope going 90 miles an hour when he caught an edge of his ski. Well, his clothes, they were fast, but the slopes, they were faster. That's the last of super skier we shall see. Well, the moral of my story, though my story's kinda gory, is very simple even to a dope. Buy the fastest clothes you can, then talk skiing like a man. But don't let people catch you on the slope. Well, he was going down that slope going 90 miles an hour when he caught an edge of his ski. Well, his clothes, they were fast, but the slopes, they were faster. That's the last of super skier we shall see. That's the last of super skier we shall see.